Shabanov. You can call me Seba. I'm 8. I study at the Mariinskaya Gymnasium in Ulyanovsk. Ulyanovsk is my native city. I like it very much and I want you to visit it one day. I am sure you will enjoy sighting here. I want to tell you about Ulyanovsk and to show you some places of interest. Let's begin from the very beginning. Ulyanovsk. Former Simbirsk was founded by Bogdan Khitrovov as a fortress in 1648 to protect the Russian state from the attacks of nomads. There were deep ditches and big shafts. My classmates and I have recently visited the museum in Leo Tolstoy Street, which is called Simbirsk Засечный line. Засечный line can be translated as a guard line or a defensive line. You can see a watchtower of some floors there. There are also a lot of ancient guns, clothes of soldiers and peasants of that time.
Это памятник основателю Симбирска, Богдану Хитрову.
In 1924, Simbirsk was renamed Ulyanovsk in honor of Vladimir Ulyanov-Lenin, who was the leader of the Great October Socialist Revolution. He was born in Simbirsk in 1870. You can see the house where the founder of the Soviet state was born. It was a rented house and their own house with a big garden. It is Lenin's house museum now. There are a lot of rooms furnished in the style of the 19th century. A dining room, the father's study. He was an inspector of public schools. The rooms for their 6 children and other rooms. Lenin Memorial Center was built in 1970 for the celebration of the 100th anniversary of Vladimir Lenin. There is not only a museum but also a concert hall and exhibition hall. In Lenin Street there are a lot of museums. The Museum of Photography, an architectural museum, the Museum of Firefighting, and the Museum of Physics. My favorite one. Ulyanovsk is situated on the left and right banks of the Volga, the great Russian river. There are 2 bridges over it, the Emperor Bridge and the Presidential one. Now you can see the Emperor Bridge. It is 3 kilometers long. The Volga is very wide indeed. Ulyanovsk is actually situated on the shore of the Kuybushев Sea. It was made for the Volga hydroelectric power station. In summer, I like to stand on Venice Boulevard high over the Volga and admire its beauty. I watched 2 motor ships with tourists and barges carrying timber, sand and so on. I like to take pictures of the Volga. During the Jurassic period, the Volga was a warm sea or even an ocean full of prehistoric animals. Pterodactyls flew, ichthyosaurs swam. Now water washes away the clay coast and it is easy to find fossils of prehistoric ammonites, belemnites and sea reptiles. Not far from Ulyanovsk in Hungary, you can find a unique museum full of finds from the banks of the Volga. The remains of the unique penguin were found not far from here, and that prehistoric animal was named Unrazo. The museum was created by Vladimir Yefimov, a local historian. He likes guests from different corners of our country and abroad. The special mineral Simbertit was discovered only in the Ulyanovsk region. You can buy a souvenir made of this honey-colored stone in our city, so you can easily see that our city is actually very special. The main street of Ulyanovsk is Goncharov Street. Ivan Goncharov is a famous Russian writer who wrote the novels Oblomov, Original Story, and On the Steppe. You can see the Goncharov three-storied house with the city clock on the roof. There is the Goncharov's museum now. The monument to Ivan Goncharov was erected in a little square opposite the museum. There you can see Oblomov's sofa and his slipped in stone. Great Russian writer Karamzin is also from Simbirsk. He wrote the history of the Russian state and many poems and stories. He invented the letter Y, which is written in Russian as a letter E with two dots above. The monument to the letter Y is near the Palace of Books in the center of Ulyanovsk. You can also find the Plastov Art Gallery in Goncharov Street. Arkady Plastov was the famous Russian painter who was born in the village Prislanikha, not far from Ulyanovsk. He painted mostly the scenes of the life in the Soviet village and the portraits of peasants. Our Mariinska Gymnasium is not far from the Plastov Gallery. I study here at the second form. Our gymnasium is an old one. It was opened in 1820. During the Great Patriotic War, they opened a hospital for the wounded soldiers here, and the school children had to move into another building. We have a good museum in our gymnasium. Ulyanovsk is often called the capital of aviation. The left bank of the Volga is famous for the Aviastar Express, which produced planes. The largest plane, Ruslan, was produced there too. My grandpa worked there some years ago. My aunt is working there now. Once I was there on excursion. Now I dream of visiting Aviastar once more. There is also a museum of old planes not far from the airport of Ulyanovsk. The planes are not models but real ones. You can get into the cabin of pilots and press all the buttons. It's really cool. It's impossible to tell you all about our city. Of course, I could tell you about Jeeps, the City Orchestra Держава, our art and law museums. But I believe I proved you that Ulyanovsk is a very special city. The visit to Ulyanovsk will enrich your knowledge and will bring your joint pleasure. See you in Ulyanovsk. Bye!